Hello and welcome to Alice's Garden Plate. I help viewers who are gardeners that love to cook utilize their entire harvest year-round by garden planning, preserving methods, and recipes in order to eliminate the overwhelm. If that interests you, like and subscribe. In today's episode, I am going to be covering a part 2 of a playlist that is for garden planning. And today's focus is going to be how many plants do I need? One of the biggest frustration that new gardeners and others alike have is the cost can be overwhelming when it comes to gardens. Well, if you properly plan up ahead, it'll bring that cost down a good amount. And the overwhelm, no one wants that. So knowing how many plants you need up front is ideal because a lot of us gardeners love to get those seed magazines and go through all those catalogs and be like, I want that. Because I know I can grow it. And then you're like, wow, I don't even have the space for that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Now they're just going to sit around and it's just going to cost. That's why knowing your plants up front and what you need, starting with the recipes and having a journal is ideal. So how you figure out how many plants you need is you started out by phase 1 in my journal, which was to write the recipes out. And then you have a standard conversion chart available next to the average yields that are provided from the information. I have that in stage 2 from the extensions that are from the college. I take all of the recipes, I write them out throughout here, and then at the end I have a total. So the plants will have an average yield, like some tomatoes will have, like you get 10 pounds out of it. Well, if I only need 6 pounds for a tomato recipe, then I only need about 1 plant. But as gardeners, we all know you can't rely on just one. At least have 2 plants. So that is something to consider when you are planning. So you just go through and you write out all your recipe totals for weight. And then you're going to figure out, per the reference from the extensions, what I would need, and I total out all of the plants. In part 3 of this playlist, I'm going to be covering how and when to figure out starting your seeds indoors. That can be overwhelming because if you start too early, you'll have a lot of big plants and keep going and repotting. That's a lot. If you start too late, you may not get your full harvest in on time before your first frost when it comes to winters and stuff like that. So when to start your seeds and figuring out the proper dates and all that is covered in 3. If you enjoyed today's episode, click that like button so therefore the algorithm will work in your favor. Thank you very much for viewing.